been a part of. Lady Papa knows why she is one of the biggest forces in the ladies' race of professional wrestling. But the lovely Lila, the first woman ever to take Papa off her feet. Eddie Diamond emerges as a new hero here at OVW, and the American heroes, Ollie and Hayes, show why we put our faith in them. But now, the leader of the dog pound, the heavyweight champion, the man that is who he is, walks into the ring against the numbers team.
Shiloh Jones, they have promised to bring a back to you when he steps into the ring against the guy who has built a legacy. Jamin Olivecchia, the longest reigning OVW heavyweight champion in history. Longer than Oak, longer than Cena, longer than Lesnar. Olivecchia stays at the top of the list. Tonight, does it stay there?
It is now time for the main event of the evening, scheduled for one fall, and it is for the Ohio Valley Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first the challenger, accompanied to the ring by the Marauders. From Seattle, Washington, weighing 210 pounds, the OVW Television Champion, Shiloh Jones. And his opponent, from Buffalo, New York, weighing 215 pounds, the OVW Heavyweight Champion, JAMIN Olivencia.
High stakes, high energy. You can feel the anticipation. You can feel the intensity in Davis Arena right now.
There's only one thing that would make me feel better, and that's 6 or 7 other guys around here to counter check these Marauders.
Dean, you are tapping on the one variable in this matchup because Jamin Olivecchia does not only have to fight Shiloh Jones, he has to face every member of the Marauders, hovering around the ring like a pack of wolves.
Oh, it might as well be a one-sided lumberjack match. Oh, Shiloh Jones distracted by using the distraction of Joe Coleman on Olivencia to make the first shot, fire the first shot across the bow of the leader of the dog pound, Olivencia. Rope into the right, back down!
When Shiloh Jones broke away from the coalition and he created the Marauders, he had one promise and he wanted a dynasty. He wanted all the gold in OVW.
High octane, 200%. Jamin Olivecchia is running through Shiloh Jones.
And what he has to do is he has to keep his eyes in back of his head.
What's Jamin gonna do? Watch out, watch out. Incoming!
Oh, my word! Olivencia showing why he is the heavyweight champion. This young man will put everything on the line. But a couple of years, just a year ago, almost out of professional wrestling with the brain concussion. He fought his way back. The doctors didn't want him to do it. But he lives and he breathes the squared circle. That's why he is the longest reigning, just passing the Hustler Rick Rogers to heavyweight champion in our history.
Suiciding dive off of the top rope is one way to take out the Marauders.
Hard knife edge trap from the champion and the challenger here. It is champion versus champion in the November Saturday Night Special main event.
Jamin Olivecchia is not going to make it easy for Shiloh Jones to walk out a double champion tonight.
Jamin, you got to stay on him. You got to stay on the head of the snake, and you got to keep yourself away from the Marauders as best you can. The problem is, obviously, the Marauders can move around the ring to wherever they need to be. It doesn't matter if Jamin takes him to the other side. Hell, let us go around there.
Cut off by Shiloh Jones here. Tries to send him into the turnbuckle, but Olivecchia with the counter. Jamin won the heavyweight championship last April. He has faced Rob Terry. He has faced Jesse Goddard. He has faced Jay Bradley. He has faced James Moose Thomas. The best of the best that this industry has to offer, and taking them down one by one.
Yeah, don't forget, even from across the pond, England's Doug Williams.
But he has never faced a challenge like Shiloh Jones. Because when you face Jones, you face the Marauders. Case in point, that costly distraction from Joe Coleman on the outside of the ring, creating the opportunity now for Shiloh Jones to turn the tide here, Dean.
And here's what we talked about earlier, what I talked about earlier. Jamin took Shiloh to the other side of the ring. The Marauders just drift around too.
This is why the Marauders are so dangerous, because Shiloh Jones is a competitor in and of himself. He is technically sound, he is savvy, and he is twisted. And when you put the numbers game in his advantage, there is very little that can stop him from winning.
I mean, go ahead.
Jamin Olivencia thought it was tough dealing with Timmy Danger out here last month. He has nothing to contend with now when he's got 4 men when they're all wanting and gunning for his throat.
Tremendous drop kick from the champion.
You throw them out of the ring area, and at just the right time, they always come back. You throw them out of the building, they always come back. Handcuff them to the ring post, something. Handcuff them to me. I don't care.
They find the key with the cuffs. Wait a minute. Dewmeyer comes into the ring.
Again, they got Duncemeyer in there. They're Dunce.
This should be a disqualification. He just put his hands on the champ. Wait a minute. It was a setup. It was a setup. It was a setup all along.
Again, they sacrificed the probation.
No.
I predict Jamin Olivencia's 7-month reign as OVW Heavyweight Champion is coming to an end tonight.
Senior official Chris Sharp letting some leeway go because it's a main event cover here. It's it.
That was a 2 3/4 count. It was that close. Jamin could have already lost the
That
belt.
was the first trump card that the Marauders played, and Olivencia trumped that card. Well, you gotta know there's more cards up Shiloh Jones' sleeve.
Shiloh Jones incoming. And again, the Marauders, like a pack of wolves, waiting to strike and proving the difference maker.
Numbers.
Over the top.
All it takes is one moment of distraction for Shiloh Jones to gain the advantage of
Leg
the
is
3
hooked.
count.
What's Jamin gonna do? What is the champion gonna do? He has never, ever faced a challenge like this before. A handicapped match is one thing, but 1-on action, 1-on-5?
This is, like I said at the beginning of this is just a Marauders lumberjack match. We need our own lumberjacks out here. Oh!
Slingshot leg drop over the top rope, hanging Jamin Olivencia's neck out to dry.
Olivencia needs to form his own group. Olivencia needs to start his own gang, if you will.
Tonight, a lot of these little kids' hopes and dreams are going to be crushed because Jamin Olivencia is losing the title.
This is ridiculous. This is nowhere near 1-on-1.
Olivencia needs to call out to Double Platinum. He needs to call out to Eddie Diamond. He needs to call out to Hayes and Ali. He needs to call friends. We need to do something with these Marauders. They're trying to take over OVW. They're trying to take over our wrestling world.
That promise for a dynasty is looking like it's going to come true here tonight for Shiloh Jones and the Marauders.
Dean Hill, this isn't some game show. He can't phone a friend. He can't talk to the audience. They're not going to help him.
Telegraphed it, and Olivencia's out of the way just in the nick of time. Shiloh Jones is hanging now in that proverbial tree of woe. Can the champion capitalize? Yes, he can.
Olivencia better do something or he might end up in jeopardy.
And again.
Come on, Jamin. Come on, Jamin.
Jamin Olivencia so explosive like dynamite, and you never know when he's going to go off.
Shiloh Jones, this is your opportunity. Pull out all the stops.
That's why he is the longest reigning heavyweight champion.
Jones is perched. Oh, my! All the way from the top. Belly to belly.
That's exactly it. Cover. Go.
This is going to do it. Jones out in 2.5.
Okay, refocus.
It could be the culmination of Shiloh Jones' dream. Will it be the end of Olivencia's reign? Or will this become the marquee win?
Refocus. focus, Jamin.
For Jamin, who looks like he's setting up for that standing O. If he connects, that could be it.
Come on.
LaManna's up on the apron.
You big dumb goof! You're supposed to help, not hurt Shiloh's chances. There you go.
And he did.
Good thing that Shiloh Jones is a great leader. He's a great wrestler. He was able to counteract the stupidity of LaManna.
The champion with some reserve, some gas left in the tank now. But how much fuel is in there? There's not enough gas in the world to deal with 4 or 5 other men, to deal with another faction. And as time goes on, you gotta wonder how much the champion can take.
JAMIN Olivencia is going to have to give up eventually. He can't take it anymore. He's been holding on to the title for far too long and has been put up against all obstacles. It's too much for him.
Jones is going all the way up. What's he got planned? That's a long way down. Put his head around another.
Oh, wow, the holding.
Olivencia holds on. Olivencia holds on. Oh, my God.
How in the world? I've never seen anyone grab somebody and hold them like that. The strength that it shows in the body of Olivencia was amazing.
And that became a power bomb from the top rope now. Can Olivencia capitalize? Coleman tries to hold him. Paul tries to hold him back. Olivencia backs him off. Switch.
Oh, no, he brought up the knees. Oh, no.
Right into the midsection. That was like a train wreck.
Very good. That shows the intelligence, the wherewithal of Shiloh Jones. He's walking out double champion tonight.
We're back to neutral. Both men down as referee Chris Sharp begins to lay in the count. He's halfway there, up to 5. What are they doing in the ring?
Again, Sharp distracted by Shiloh Jones. Come on.
Not again, not again. Olivencia with a tap.
Wow.
He lands on his feet.
Are you kidding me?
And picking off the Marauder. One by one. Olivencia taps in the Nitro.
Wow! Now, Jamin! Now, son, now! What the hell?
The Masked Marauder! The Masked Marauder! Who is it? Just like before, he came in with that chair! Pull it off! Who's under the mask? Who's under the mask?
Oh,
He kicked him!
Difference maker! New champion!
Yes, Jamin Olivencia, you are a champion for a reason, son. Show it now.
Shiloh Jones thought he added 1. Shiloh Jones thought he was walking out right now with 2 titles.
Come on, Jamin. So far, he's had 3 cup wars, and you've had some.
Olivencia lands on his feet. Standing out! Out of nowhere! Jamin connects! That's it!
Here's your winner, and still.
Johnny Spade! What? He can't go! Johnny Spade just knocked the
Jamin! I have something very important to say! Your time as champion is running out, Jamin! That is the man who is going to dethrone you! John Spade! That is your new champ! That is your new champ! That is your new champ!
Olivencia doesn't even get time to celebrate the win. There's always a bullseye on the champion's back.